This is the second lecture over the male reproductive system. In this lecture, we'll look at the sperm cell and accessory glands. This is a diagram of the sperm cell. Be sure that you know these parts. We're going to cover the function of each of them. This slide shows you a microscopic view of sperm cells. You can see the heads and the tails very clearly. Take a look at this diagram as we talk about each of these parts. The head is the part of the sperm cell that contains the DNA, or the genetic material. An acrosome covers the head and contains digestive enzymes that will penetrate the coatings around the ovum. The midpiece contains the mitochondria, which is necessary for energy, and the tail is for locomotion. Men produce about 200 to 300 million sperm cells per day, and these sperm are carried in about 3 milliliters of semen. A sperm cell count of less than 20 million per milliliter indicates sterility. And the reason why they are considered sterile is because many of the sperm cells are lost as they travel through the female reproductive tract, and many are required to dissolve the outer covering of the ovum. If you look at the diagram on the right, you can see a picture of the female ovum. The function of male accessory glands is to nourish the sperm cells and to provide them a method of transport. There are 3 accessory glands. They are the seminal vesicles, the prostate, and the bulbourethral, also known as Cowper's glands. You can see the seminal vesicles in the diagram on the right. They're located on the posterior wall of the bladder and produce about 60% of semen volume. Their product is yellowish, alkaline, and contains fructose. Another accessory gland is the prostate, which produces about 33% of semen volume. It's about the size and shape of a chestnut and encircles part of the urethra. It's located inferior to the bladder, as you can see in the diagram on the right. Its secretion is milky and slightly acidic, and it contains citrate, which is a source of nutrients. It contains enzymes that help digest, and it plays a role in activating sperm cells. Starting at about age 45 in most males, the prostate will begin to enlarge. This can distort the urethra, and males can have difficulty in urinating. It's also a common site of cancer in older men. There are a number of different treatments for prostatic hypertrophy. You can use drugs like finasteride to shrink the prostate, or microwaves to shrink the prostate, a procedure called TUNA, which burns excess tissue away, or a balloon procedure that compresses the prostate and opens up the urinary tract. The last male accessory gland is the Cowper's gland, also known as the bulbourethral gland, and it's the smallest of the 3 accessory glands. It's about the size of a pea, and it's located inferior to the prostate. It secretes a thick, clear mucus, and its main job is to neutralize acidic urine.